think that Lead, at the end of the game, they were frustrated, they were disappointed, but now they were able to get the win.
Fantastic. I mean, the drama of a penalty shootout, it's one thing, but sudden death penalties put so much pressure onto these guys. They're already under it, but it's almost like you've just kind of just taken an extra barrel and just kind of gone, there you go, there's some additional pressure. Have that penalty shootout and have that sudden death penalties. And Indonesia, as you see on your screen, Faidan and Elga were the victors in that game.
And both of them teams showed nerve. That's very understandable.
Yeah, with all of the pressure that is there and with all of the, as we said, all of these variables. Yes, it's very easy to think about esports as just being, well, they've just got a console, there's a monitor, there's a controller. Oh, it's just video games. No, folks. No, absolutely not. There are so many more mental things to go through. As you see Japan on your screen, we've got Leva front and center there.
The superstar.
He is their superstar. He is their talisman. He's going to be the player they're going to look to elevate their two other kind of compatriots. But there's so much more pressure that ramps up. It's not just that. It's making sure that mentally you're prepared for the pressure of the situation. Again, taking into account that you're playing for your country.
Both of your federations are expecting you. Federation, they will expect you to win this, and you want to win this.
Yeah, there is no kind of give here. Both teams will want to walk out of here as the first ever E-Asian AFC champion. Right now, we're just going to take a little bit of a spot at the benches. And again, we kind of hasten to say Japan didn't do all that much wrong in the actual game. It took them till the injury time and a little bit of luck to get that bounce back.
But if you ask me, they were the slightly better team, in my opinion, in the game. Defensive-wise, offensive-wise. Indonesia had one chance, and they made it.
Yeah, certainly. And again, in terms of what Indonesia have at their disposal, they have, not only do they have, you know, the Pro League they have back home for, you know, 2v2, they have that kind of mentality where they've been at the practice, rather than it being weeks or days, it's months that they will have been preparing for this type of moment. You know, I would imagine that the likes of Elga and Faidan have been kind of fighting one another on a 1v1 basis. To see them come together for Indonesia, it's that superhero team up. That's what it essentially is, to have these guys for their country. But I think potentially looking over my left-hand shoulder, I believe there may have been a slight tweak potentially in lineup, which we'll wait for a confirmation of, but it looks like it may be slight variation. But
that will be interesting.
Be very interesting. But we'll see. We'll wait for full confirmation. Of course, as much as we have pictures on our screens, they can tell you a lot, but they can't tell you everything you need to know. Until they're in the seats, folks, I'm not confirming nothing. That is exactly what I'm doing here, because I've been found lacking too many times with information that we think we've got, and then actually it gets proved to be completely wrong. So I'm going to make sure that we have that, but it certainly looks as though, like I said, would you change a winning formula? Yes, it was by the finest of margins, sudden death penalties to separate the two. Do you go and change that now, or do you stick with what you've got, stick with what you know?
In my opinion, Indonesia needs to change a little bit in their style. They are having problems with stretching the game of Japan. They are playing so wide. The players are not close together, and it's causing problems to the opponents.
Welcome.
Japan made a lot of things wrong, right, correct. They need more clear goal chances, in my opinion. They are coming close to the box. They are coming inside the box. They are able to join the last third of the opponent, but there's no clear goal chance.
Interestingly, if you can just see, just turn your seat just a little bit. Which way is it? That way? Yeah, you just see in your picture there, Japan are already back in their chairs and ready to go. We understand the types of, I wouldn't say gamesmanship, but certainly like if you need a relief break, things like that, they can really tell in terms of pressure. And it's good to see that Japan are in the chairs and ready to go. They look like they're like, right, we know what we need to do. We know we need to kind of almost change it so that we score really early rather than really late, and potentially leaving themselves with a lot to do. Again, looking at it here.
Faidan getting ready here.
Faidan back into the chair. So no change here critically for Indonesia.
I will say it once again. Never change a winning team. Never change a running system.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't change a winning system. You don't change
Menang nih cok,
a
Indonesia
winning
menang nih.
formula, as it were. But again, in terms of what Japan have, you know just how close they were.
Yes.
They know what they've got at their disposal. They know how close they were. It just needs that extra 5%, as we keep talking about, to go just that little bit further. In terms of what we are seeing on the live stream, we obviously thank you for your audience participation. Over 160,000 people in attendance in the YouTube live stream watching this final unfold with great intrigue as we have here in the building. As Med has attached his own game Aleem here, folks, in terms of commentaries. Just take a look and see what game settings that some of these players are using. Of course, there's different pass supports, there's different curse changes. You sometimes have people with the debate of whether they use square to shoot or circle to shoot. You know, there's all these little kind of things that these players will look into.
Exactly.
And even things such as the shoulder charge and all of these different kind of things that they're just going to kind of prepare for. Again, it just shows you the level of preparation that goes into these two teams. Faidan making himself at home, by the way. I think we're going to have to maybe charge him rent for how comfy he is on that stage. His shoes are off, his feet are on the chairs. He's very, very comfy.
Yeah, this time you can see they're smiling, they're laughing. You know, not like the previous match. There they were really focused and serious, but this time they seems to be relaxed.
It really, have you ever noticed a relaxed Indonesian when they're playing football? I haven't, because even when they look relaxed, folks, they mean business. We saw it all the way through the group stage of the smiling and the almost chuckling when goals are scored. There's almost that kind of like childlike innocence of scoring a goal. And of course,
this is
on
a
this
big
side,
difference,
it's
yeah.
a massive difference. They look like the world is on their shoulders right now, but like I said, they came close. They came really close.
Really, really close.
It was one kick of a penalty that changed that. Now, if they can front load it and if they can maybe just calm it down defensively and stifle that kind of almost tandem of Suleiman and Sananta, might be able to just calm down the entirety of Indonesia. Of course, though, you can't keep your eye off of the right-hand side of the pitch because they've got Karaka there, who was so prominent in the group stages. But of course, Japan, they have their own weapons. Minamino, Asano, Ito, Matoma, Hatate, Kubo. The list is endless. It's just a case of putting those weapons into the right places to execute some damage.
Exactly. But at the end, the player behind the controller will decide the match. And in this case, both of them.
I think we've got messages from people who I work with back home who are watching this unfold.
What are they saying?
They reckon that I could add some of this pizzazz to my day job, which you never know. I may just, as we see, right-hand side of your screen, Med. What do we got?
It's the same. They are not changing their system, which is understandable. So Indonesia with the left wing forward is Suleiman, who will do the job for them with the dribblings, with the pace, with the explosiveness on the left-hand side.
Sama semua ya.
Japan is sticking to the stretching option here, to the wide option with the wingers, with their sub-tactic, which is also one with wingers, right midfield, left midfield. So they are using the wing spot of them.
One small, tiny change that we saw from Indonesia from the previous times we've seen them. Karaka moved into the centre. Sananta just out onto the right. My only thinking, and again this is just my thinking, folks. I'll ask the expert. Are they looking for that diagonal ball for a knockdown potentially from Sananta to allow Karaka in?
This is what really makes sense also in my opinion. This is what they are going for.
See here. We can see that the smiles across the face have started to appear now. As you've already said, they are relaxed. Indonesia's players are, and the coaching staff are engrossed in what is about to unfold. If they take this game, it is all over. However, if Japan can improve their result from the first game, take game two, we will go to a last game standing. It will be a third game for to be the inaugural AFC
And here you
Asia
go.
Cup final champion.
Japan from the left side and the blue kids. Indonesia from the right side with the red kids.
Here we go.
Yeah, lepas.
It is going to be the pressure that is here is going to be incredible. Straight away waiting, so Nakamura is a player that's almost gone a little bit quiet from Japan. We've seen him be used to great effect. They haven't really got the game to him almost. Here is Karaka in that little bit of a changed position. And is that almost even a game plan just specifically for Japan? Yeah. So Ueda down the line to Doan.
Long sprint.
All the way into the corner. He's got the energy to get the pass off.
Okay.
He hasn't. He gets pinched by Kambawaya. Here's Arhan.
Nice positioning, nice defensive behavior.
Oh, nggak lolos. Oh, oke.
Now the game feels a little
Dekat-
more
dekat-
aggressive, a little more risky, not that cautious like in the first game.
Throw in from Arhan. Arhan in
Oh,
towards
throw in.
Karaka. It's cleared away. Only as far as Kambawaya, Flock, Jenna.
Great pass.
outside to Karaka, who's then drifted onto that right hand side. Karaka.
Wow.
Great footwork, great left stick dribbling, holds
Santai
control.
betul
Flock.
anjing main.
Good back for Karaka. Good spot there by Japan.
Was a great idea.
With that. Just trying to find his way in for Japan, but easily taken care of by Indonesia. They almost seemingly have done their homework on the movements of Japan and what they would like to do with
Exactly.
the ball.
Exactly. Indonesia makes a better impression to me now compared to the first game.
Oh, lang dapat.
The middle of midfield. Instead, it's Minamino who picks it up. Here's Hatate. Hatate in towards Nakamura. Good ball around the corner. And again,
Yeah,
just seems to be
they're always covering the space. They are giving no space to Japan on the wings. Yeah, it's a difference now compared to the first game.
all the way there is Minamino. Minamino looking for Ueda. It's not going to be the game to play against Hubner.
Indonesia offering no options here.
Sullivan, Kambawaya. Again, just super defensive dummies. Just holds up that ball. Looking for that perfect avenue into the box. He's found Karaka.
This calmness is so impressive.
Very calm here, Indonesia. Here's Glock. Glock looking for the inside ball. Minamino takes the pocket.
Dangerous
It's
ball
Glock.
lost here.
It's
Goal.
towards Sullivan. Oh, it's just wide.
Kagak gol, cok.
Sullivan pulls it wide of the post.
Yeah, he speculated for the manual goalkeeping of Japan, and they activated it. So he needed to go for the long corner. From that angle, probably with his weak foot, was not able to score an accurate shot.
Japan with the goal kick here. 24 minutes about to tick onto the clock.
But they are confirming their first impression, Indonesia. They are more in control of the game. They are offering no spaces in the defense. They are really dangerous in the offense with their dribblings. This will be tough.
It's going to be a tough game indeed for both teams. It's going to be who can handle this pressure. Jenna. Right, deadlock first. Dolan finds it out.
Great overview.
Nakamura has Ueda in space. It's pulled towards the
Bahaya,
back
Cok.
post. Ueda and
Wow.
wait.
Wow.
The ball never came.
Fantastic duel behavior. Fantastic.
White needs to Doan. Doan into towards Minamino. It's
Okay.
cleared away once more by Arhan.
Terdetek.
Minamino. Still foraging down this right hand side, looking for help, looking for support. It's a nice give and go. Minamino on the ground, in towards Ueda, goes to the strike near post,
Okay,
keeper,
mana,
powers it
mana.
away. Big chances falling the way here of Indonesia.
The grand final we've all wished for, we all expected. Here we go. Really tough, really close. I really enjoyed it.
Big chance for Indonesia, but it's cleared away.
Corner kick.
Kick indeed. 36 minutes on the clock. Seeing a deep conversation here. Indonesia. As we said, what they got in this little party bag of set piece trickery. And they're on, nice wide of the post.
Many different variants. All of them really dangerous. They made their homework.
Had to have been something special to beat the goalkeeper from there. Japan will calmly boot this one for 37 in the game minutes on the clock. What are we going to have in store here? Is it going to be a mistake that may let them in? Here's Karaka. Karaka, will he find the ball that he's looking for? He won't. He'll play it out to Ito instead, and that's cleared by Japan. Ueda wins the header this time against Joriyama. Here's Nakamura.
One is attacking, the other one is covering the space. This is perfection in defense.
On the approach, Doan has found it into his Minamino, and it's cleared away again. Ueda trying to win the header, he does so. Doan. Ueda's held his run, has he? He's onside, Ueda with the strike, and it's blocked off by both.
That was a huge mistake from Indonesia. Didn't expect that.
They did not expect that space. Suleiman. It's to be cleared here, and it is. It's cleared towards Doan.
Great shoulder charge.
There it's half time. Nil. I think, again, looking at it, it's almost as though that Indonesia would be the happiest to this side to go in a little bit.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Let's see if they will change something, but no, it doesn't seem like that. Indonesia is taking their time.
Absolutely. It is what we are seeing
Okay.
here now.
Three shots.
I'm afraid to
45%
tell you that we're expecting
possession for Japan, 55% for Indonesia, but it doesn't say so much. Balanced game.
Yeah, I think always whenever we see these kind of 2v2 games, I think the big stat that always sticks out is interceptions. It's how well can partner take the ball away. You see there, Japan with 11 interceptions on passes compared to Indonesia's 7, which kind of suggests that Indonesia maybe have had a little bit more of the ball and therefore had a little bit more of the play.
It depends. It depends where on the area, where on the pitch you are intercepting the balls. Interception for me is not equal to interception, you know. So Indonesia made many plays in the box or in the close area of the box of Japan, passes which were intercepted. So they're similar, quite similar in my opinion.
To say, interestingly, on your screen here, you see Japanese representative coming down and
Yeah.
giving a little bit of kind of tactical insight. As we have said so many times, it's much easier to kind of, it's almost easier to kind of hold back a little bit and to kind of see a little bit more. When you're in positions like this or you're in positions like the bench, things like that, you have these fresher set of eyes that are there that you're able to kind of take a look at. So certainly it's always better to have a little bit of distance away from things.
Everyone, please welcome
Yep,
our players.
absolutely. And we are now going for the second half. Indonesia and the red kids from the left to the right side. Japan with the blue kids from the right to the left side.
Let's see the second half. We are locked in and ready to go here. 45 minutes left, potentially between Indonesia becoming the first ever AFC Asian Cup champions, or Japan to lay that party and will then take it to a game through. We will find out at the end of this half if not extra time and penalties. So it tries to flick it through a gap. Jenny.
We talked about it previously about forced errors, unforced errors, like in the tennis. The amount of numbers of unforced errors is extremely low on both sides. This is so impressive to me.
It's almost like they're organised to an incredible degree. As you said about the prep work that goes into this.
One of many reasons why both of them are here where they are in the grand final, fighting for the title.
Absolutely. Here is the weather looking through the space. Let's move forward. to counter.
Oke.
Sam
Oke. Oh, elah
solid.
potong
We're trying to
dipotong,
combine
guys.
up front here for Indonesia. Here's the way that's Nakamura though. Nakamura. Forward here, Ito trying to cover. Either way,
Indonesia.
Sullivan.
Oke.
Brilliant back heel there, finds Clark in towards Karaka. Karaka still going. Karaka finds
Wow.
Samantha. Still there to Kambuaya. Kambuaya still going.
Ya elah.
Yeah,
Away by Ito.
he wanted to do double touch, but it didn't work.
550.
Ito.
Bahaya.
With
Kambuaya.
Hatate in towards Minamino. Can
Oke.
find a way.
Aman
Great.
sama
Door
Indonesia.
is shut in their face once more.
Yeah,
Di
Indonesia
subscribe
with
dulu
a
guys ya, di
slightly better start
subscribe-nya.
into the second half.
Di like-nya juga ya.
But we know this doesn't mean anything.
Ya bahaya.
Absolutely, Minamino
Okay.
just trying to find his way through. You're right, it is not how you start a half, it's how you finish a half. It's the most important thing. Right now, both these teams 0-0, deadlocked, and somebody will need to break it. Last time that we
Dikurung, Cok,
said that,
Indonesia.
around about 2 minutes later, Indonesia went and scored.
Okay.
So
A fantastic intercept too.
it's because the commentator once more, but it may just be it's cleared away by Japan. Doing very well indeed.
Both of them are able to anticipate very, very well on the highest level. So it's becoming not a virtual football game, it's becoming a chess game. Who is making the next step? What is the next step? And how to
Kesempatan.
counter this next step.
Ya.
Gently forward for Kambuaya, it's cleared away. It's Ito down the left-hand side.
Again, yeah, nice anticipation, nice interception from Indonesia. And you can see the green symbol for Indonesia on the left bottom side. That means they've won their first game of the best of three. Means if they win this match, they will crown themselves as the first ever
Cepet betul ya, Cok.
AFC
Ganti-ganti
champions,
bangsat emang.
Asian Cup champions. But still, it's a long way to go.
There's a long road to travel just yet. It may look like tiptoes to some people, but these are
It does.
giant footsteps you've got to take here. Especially still at
Substitution for
0-0.
Japan.
Really tight game between these two nations.
Number 13.
See
number
what's that
10,
regular
number 17.
substitutions that we see
Coming on the field.
from Japan.
Number 20.
We've seen many free kicks here like this from Indonesia. The sharp crosses inside the box to the tall players, and then they are doing the back pass, and then clinical finishes afterwards to finish, to finalize the attack, to score the goals. This time it didn't work.
It's Kubo down the left-hand side. Towards where that Endo has been almost a non-issue here for Japan.
Yuk, kesempatan
Indonesia seem to
Indonesia.
have just taken Wataru Endo out of the game.
Hmm.
It's so good for Japan.
Yep.
We have barely noticed them on the screen.
You're absolutely right. We are seeing no chances. You can see 50-50 in passes here. Tough fight.
Long throw in.
It's here. Qatar, as you can see, they're not response if you are just joining us. It is 1-0 in the first game of the best of three series here, the final of the AFC
Okay.
Cup.
Counter attack.
Again, so many of you will have joined us for this.
Ya, putus, Cok. counter
Almost
attack-nya.
200,000 viewers.
It's quite insane.
Jepang menyerang.
Over 190,000 people have kind of got into their seats and have been watching on
Wah, gila
YouTube.
press-pressannya.
We appreciate the support
Sama aja
that's
kayak
come
real life
here
anjing.
through the live chat. As you see, it is moving at an alarming rate. There's a lot of Indonesia flags in that chat. They will want to see their countrymen take this inaugural title, and they will do their very best. But Japan will stand in
Patah
their
lagi,
way.
patah
Here is
ini,
Kubo,
Counter
Ito.
attack-nya.
And yeah, as a player, you want to finish the game in the first 90 minutes, but as a viewer, as a broadcaster,
Oke,
we want to
kesempatan buat
see
Indonesia.
everything, every little minute, every little second of this game. I would like to have the cherry on the top with a penalty knockout.
Strikes just wide of the post.
Keren,
2
keren, keren,
in-game
keren.
minutes left. Was stoppage time. That could have been a real heartbreaker for Japan if that had found the back of the net. Would have been a real heartbreaker. You see there, stunning strike. Just hits the base of the stanchion. Hence the noise you would have heard. They may have been confused with the post.
Yeah.
But no, just that stanchion behind the goal. Dani.
Pelanggaran.
Free kick. Again, not. It doesn't look like a dangerous position to a layperson, to the person who's not
Kesempatan
adverse
buat
with
Indonesia ini.
football. But man, why is it so difficult to defend these types of balls?
Because Indonesia knows exactly where the ball will drop. They have tall players in the front. They know how to position themselves very, very accurate, very, very precise. So every free kick is dangerous.
Patah lagi.
See there, time ticking down, and we are going to head to our second period of extra time in our
Bagus ini.
grand final here, live at Virtua City in Doha, in Qatar. He's
Extra
nil,
time ya.
nil. It is. I can't find the word more than tense. Even I'm struggling with my English comprehension. I don't think there is a word that doesn't really cut this over than tension, because it is absolutely palpable here how important it is to both of these two teams.
Lupa di-subscribe
Now
dulu guys
you
ya,
need to be cool.
di-subscribe, di-like-nya.
Very, very cool. Don't show
Lupa
nerves
tinggalkan
and
jejak deh
play
ya.
your game. Will be hard for both of them, but yeah, you can see the fist pump here. Indonesia is ready.
Locked in. Japan are locked in. Coventry team are locked in. The YouTube chat is locked in. They are ready, and so are we for the second period that we've seen of extra time.
We've hit it. Officially 200,000 viewers live. This is incredible. This is unreal.
Unbelievable support of this competition by the AFC, the Asian Cup. What a turnout it has been. It's a fascinating outcome, especially with extra time that we are involved in here. Like we said, this looks like a really innocuous place to have a free kick, but it won't be from Japan's perspective. Marita is trying to be headed down. It's cleared away.
Yeah, we talked about the free kicks.
Okay.
Oh.
Ramdani has the ball. It's been knocked down to him. Ramdani. He's holding the ball. He's waiting patiently. Double
my
touch in
God.
the corner. Ramdani
Gol.
still strike. Oh!
Gol lagi.
Just wide of the post. And much like what we have seen so much in this
Ada
competition,
keren,
looking
Cok.
for manual goalkeeping where it doesn't
Exactly.
appear.
Counter-attack
Exactly.
dulu.
He was doing the double touch here, as you can see it in the replay, and then shooting into the short corner because he was expecting the manual goalkeeping. Chess game. This is chess game. I will do this. What will he do? What he will do that. What will I do? It's just wow. This is the highest level which you can experience as a viewer of eFootball. Respect.
I've learned so much from having the man next to me.
Okay, counter-attack.
Having him next to me through all of these 4 days of what to look for in terms of competitive plays. That there's so much manual goalkeeping movement that I would never have seen just being on my own. It's brilliant to have the expert eyes of Ben Nasser next to us.
Oh my gosh.
Straight into the box. Great save from the goalkeeper.
Dikit lagi, Cok.
Indonesia is coming closer and closer to the goal. Wow. Now with the throwing into the box. Second
Okay.
ball. Free
Oh,
kick.
free kick.
Right on the edge.
Okay,
A free kick out of this situation is almost like a penalty.
Really can be. It is all a case of gamesmanship here. What do
Oh.
you do?
Situasi genting juga ini. Apakah bisa? Oh, enggak,
What
enggak
is the
langsung.
plan? What is the strategy here?
Passing up, stood over the ball. It's
enggak
got
langsung dia.
Drajad. See Bobby Screen.
They're going for the
short
short barrier.
Drajad! Drajad breaks the
Keren,
deadlock
keren,
in
keren,
extra
keren.
time. Indonesia with that
Pisang sekat indah, guys.
one D-E-F-G, whatever plan
This
they
was
pulled
so
out.
smart.
Apakah Indonesia bisa
This was
mempertahankan
so
ini
smart.
agar
This
bisa
is
menjadi
chess.
juara,
This is
guys?
what I'm talking about. This is chess. This is not football. This is chess. Unbelievable.
Keren,
It's not
keren,
just
sumpah
chess,
keren.
it feels like 4D chess, and they're playing it in a completely different dimension
Pisang
of
sekat
Indonesia.
indah.
What intelligence to just play it short. It's the simplest of free kicks that are often the most effective. It's Occam's razor. The most simplest solution is often the correct one, and boy, was that correct for Indonesia.
It looked simple, but it wasn't. That was fantastic. And we've talked about their strength of free kicks.
Ayo Indo pertahankan.
and they used it. Many
Sila
free
kamu
kick
bisa
goals
juara
here
ya.
from Indonesia. And will this be the final goal? Will this be the goal which will crown them as the first ever AFC
Langsung
Asian Cup champions?
Defense cok.
Still enough
Full
time for
defense,
Japan. This is still enough time.
That confidence that is going to carry through from that little bit of magic.
Full
For
defense,
Japan,
find a
saya
back.
yakin banget.
Yeah, they can, because now Japan has got nothing to lose anymore. They can only win, so they will risk more, and maybe they will reward their risk with a goal, with the equalizer. We will see. They are going for the subs. You can see that they are not changing their formation. And Indonesia changed their formation to a 4-5-1. They will become now ultra defensive. Maybe they will go on full blue,
Full
all
defense
out
ini Indonesia
defensive.
ini
We
mainnya.
will find that out now. Yeah, you can see it here.
Coming on
Full
the
blue
field,
here on the right bottom
number
corner.
25,
Oof.
number
It's going to be a
26.
tough
Oh,
task
yeah,
for
for Japan.
Going to be a tough task. They've done it before. Can they do it again? They have been 1-0 down. They have got an equaliser at the most unlikely places. And as we've just heard from our production,
Corner.
over
enggak.
200,000
Oh,
people
udah.
watching that goal
Masuk
go
ke
in.
dalam.
And my word, they are about to see a grandstand finish here. It is either going to be Indonesia crowning themselves the first ever AFC Asian Cup champion, or Japan will find a goal, or potentially even two, which will then lead them into a third game. It is so close, and it is so tight between
This is
these two
so
nations.
exciting.
It's palpable. You can, even through the microphone, man, without even looking at you, I can feel the giant grin across your
I
face.
swear, I feel I would sit there on the pitch.
Oh, it's an incredible moment here. It is so tight between these two nations. It has been everything of a final we expected in terms of, as you said, it's a chess game. It has been that type of move. It's been that type of moment. It has been moving your pieces just delicately into position and then kind of trapping your opponent in checkmate. And that feels as though Indonesia are almost, to use the chess analogy,
Oke.
they're in check right now. They're not in checkmate just yet. They still got time of Japan. Ball goes up to Maeda, trying to flick it down, but every
Indonesia full defense
single
ini, maaf Indonesia. Habis,
block,
waktu habis.
every single pass, as we said,
Yeah.
we can hear it to our left-hand side. Indonesia and their conglomerate that are here
Penonton guys.
are cheering everything.
They are.
You see it
They
here.
are. This is
Penonton,
full blood
penonton.
support.
Absolutely, they are here and they are supporting their guys. And we could potentially be 15 in-game minutes away from crowning our first ever AFC Asian Cup champion. It would be Indonesia. You can almost see Elgar. I believe that's in prayer, just trying to
Yes.
get himself ready. Those 15 minutes, he knows what it means.
It means everything. In this moment, this is everything for him, what he wants for him, for his teammate, for his country. They are really, really close to it.
It's one thing being a champion.
Kesempatan buat Jepang.
It's one thing being a
Patahkan.
champion.
Marcelino.
It's a very different thing being a champion with your country. It's very easy being, I can't even say easy, but it's one thing to represent yourself. It's a different thing to be countryman with a team, as we'll see Marita trying to make her way through. But to be a 2v2 champion, to be an AFC Asian Cup champion, to be the first one at that, the inaugural champion,
Oke, dipatahkan oleh
that is
pertemuan.
something that can never be taken. It will
Never.
be etched into history.
Exactly.
Wih. Oke, aman.
Indonesia on full blue, Japan on full red. This is so great to watch.
Ya, ini dia Indonesia pasti
Indeed.
full bertahan ini.
6 minutes to go.
6 menit lagi. Tahan Indonesia. ayo,
Indonesia
tahan.
clearing the ball here. Yeah, it's like the
Nggak apa-apa.
same the
Buang aja,
previous
nggak apa-apa.
match. Just clearing the ball and waiting for the
4
opponent, waiting for Japan to build up the game and to
4 menit lo kan
come
menang
to their
Indonesia.
own half. And then clearing the ball once again. This is so hard to play against. So hard.
Oke.
Here again.
It is clear and keep clearing if you're Indonesia. It is not pretty, but it is effective. It is, to steal your phrase, the most
1 minute
effective
left, 1 minute
tactic available. And it will be what they need to seal it.
Ini
It
bisa
is
menang nih, guys.
ticking down
Menang
here.
ini, menang.
There are seconds
Bisa
left on
juara,
the
guys.
clock. Can Japan find a way? It doesn't
Bisa
look
sakit.
like
Menang,
they
let's
have.
go.
And there it is. There it
is.
Indonesia.
Indonesia are the AFC E-Asian Cup
Menang, menang.
champion.
Jago-jago.
You can
Keren,
see
keren,
what
keren,
it
keren,
means
keren.
to them, and my word, ladies and gentlemen, we've just witnessed the thrilling final contest of the AFC E-Asian
Hebat,
Cup
hebat,
2023 here at Virtua City, Qatar. We will be
Keren.
commencing the
Good
award ceremony
game.
shortly, but Med, I'm going to cut to you. Analysis, give it me, because they locked it down in extra time.
They were so close together. They played so well, both of them, so structured, so well organized. It was a chess game. You could feel it. I enjoyed it so
Correct,
much. I
correct.
have goosebumps. I feel excited. Wow. But at the end, I feel it's the deserved winner.
Yeah, I think if you looked at their
Juara
tournament
Indonesia guys, ya
in
udahlah ya.
total,
Karena Indonesia
if you
udah
look at
juara.
their kind of
Sampai jumpa
their path
kembali
to the
dengan live
final, if you look at their
live
games
selanjutnya ya
and
guys ya.
everything,
Thank you.
you can see everything
udah
that they put
mampir.
into